morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. It's me, Dixie Flipper. Got actually a pretty solid day behind me, and yesterday, and a start of a really solid day tomorrow. Start of a solid day today. I don't know what's going on with eBay, but I say keep on going. So, all right. So the 22nd on Monday. Let's see what our numbers were. Running my profit and loss report. So it looks like at my main store, I had quite a bit of sales. Now these did come, so there's 12 sales, but I know one was a multi-order on there, which is great. I love multi-orders, and with this new buy two, get the third free, I think it's working because the first two orders I had this morning were two big multi-orders. One was a order for 4 DVDs, and the other one was an order of 6 DVDs. So it's working. So yeah, so I got 12 orders yesterday. Let me kind of see what they were. There we go. Okay. So yeah, so I had what was shipped out on 22nd. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I had 8 from the main store, and one of them was a multi-order on there of 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 DVD or 3 VHS tapes and 1 DVD on there. So that's awesome. Looks like I actually got another order that came through just now. See. Nope, sorry, wrong information. So out of the main store, 8 orders, totaling a price of $112.48. I had 4 cards sell on Dixie Cards, bring in $8.80 or 60 cents, sorry, on there, and I had 1 postcard sell on Dixie Post, bringing in $4.50. My cost of the sale, so my cost of inventory, my listing fees, so the final value fees, the shipping cost, and the promotion cost came out to be $52.75. So my operating profit is $52.75. I didn't buy anything yesterday on that side, which is awesome. So making the month so far to the 22nd, $1,278.56 cost of sales. So all those things, the cost of my inventory, income, listing fees, shipping fees. I did have some shipping supply costs today, or this time, storage supply cost, and the promotion fees. All that came to a cost of $795.85. So that's making my gross profit $482.72. My other business spend, so the eBay store fee, the office supply fee, office supplies I had to get some of, and then subscriptions. After all those have been taken out, so my operating profit for the month so far is $234.95. Now, again, you're going to go, that's a lot of stuff taken out. Again, yes, it is. It's cost of business. But most of this stuff, and the reason why I stress, if you're going to do this full-time, especially, to get a software like my Reseller Genie or something like that, most of this is going to be deductibles. All my listing fees, all my promotional fees, all the storage fees on there, subscription fees, all that will be deductible at the end of the year. So I'm not too worried about it on that side. I think it's awesome. So far today, so yesterday I ended on $119.47 according to eBay, which is great. On Sunday I ended at $176.68, which is awesome. Today so far I'm up to $84.27 for the day. On there I have 3 sales, like I said. 2 of them are bigger sales. on there, a multi-order. One is of one, two, three, four, of four DVDs of a total of $22.85 plus the $5.29 shipping on it. Again, it will be going medium mail. And the second one is one, two, three, four, five, six DVDs or five DVDs on one Blu-ray. Going out for $39.16 plus the $5.49 in the shipping. Now, and then I have just one random DVD that just sold for $4. So, what I'm saying, from when I changed my shipping policy, instead of the $7.99 flat rate for just one item and then $6.99 for, no matter how many you buy, it seems like it didn't connect with the customer. Because I was advertising also I was going to do Ground Advantage on those. I think the customers are wanting more low-cost shipping, as well as feeling like they got a deal. So me dropping my shipping down to $4.99 plus 10 cents an additional item on there and running a sale for buy two get one free, I think that's what's scaring the multi-orders coming in, which is great for me. It means more money in my pocket. Yes, some of them I do lose a little bit on the shipping, but that means more volume coming through my store as well. So I'm happy with that on that side. So that's everything. That's so far my Tuesday. Was able to get six tubs going through yesterday. So that's why you don't see anything here, but they are four right here, just lower that you can't see. So I'll do those four today, get them processed, get them delisted, see what I want to keep, what I want to relist. Also, today, if I can get those done, I will be taking the next 10 out of my storage, putting there, and then moving everything over so I can have more room to start listing again. I have these last 2 days listed 40 items, but they aren't media items. They are postcards for my postcard store. So I figure for Dixie Post, I figured if I'm not listing on my main store, I might well start listing on the other stores. I'm trying to bump them up so we can get some sales there and help out. But I just want to talk about one thing. This is going to be a little shorter video than normal because today's just crazy with everything going on. John Flipping Ain't Easy talked about this yesterday on his live stream, which I totally agree with. He talked about how you have to have a different mindset when you're doing this as a full-time business. If you're doing this as a part-time business, you do come home from work, you list a couple items, and you're good. That's a totally different mindset because your bills, your regular bills, your mortgage, your rent, your car payments, your keeping food on the table, your TV cost, whatever your normal bills are, is being taken care of by your normal 9 to 5 or whatever you're doing, on site, on the main, whatever your main job is. When you have this change to a full-time gig, where you are counting on this income to cover all those things, it changes your mindset. You have to change it. Instead of going, oh, well, if it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. Well, that's not true. In this mindset, you have to go, okay, how am I going to sell this? What's my strategy on this? And am I going to make a profit on it? John, he has a different business model than me because he deals with more items of needs instead of wants, which is fine. He does a great job. I'm not saying he's doing it wrong because I don't think anyone can do this wrong other than a couple of things. Your mindset has to change from this is casual to this is my main job and I'm going to put effort into it every day. I'm going to put what I have to put in to make that income. And if that means I have to do an Amazon Flex run or a Sparks run for Walmart or something to make the ends meet for a little bit, I will, because there will be times like that. You have to think, okay, what am I going to do about taxes? Because instead of taxes being taken out automatically from your 9 to 5, you now have to plan on how am I going to pay that tax bill at the end of the year. You know, it's just something you have to think about. So deductibles come into play. You know, you should be talking to a licensed CPA or a tax professional on that, because they will know the ins and outs of it, what they can do and what you can write off and not. You have to think about how can I move this quicker. Like me, when I wasn't laid off and I had my 9 to 5, I could do a higher shipping cost and just sit and wait for it to move. We're moved eventually, but I'm thinking, no, I need to get this stuff moving so I can get that money in to support my family, as well as get more stuff to turn. So just think about it. If you're going to do this full time and you're not forced into it like me being laid off and John and Jenna being laid off, you need to, and you want to do this full time, start taking steps now to make that transition a lot easier. If you get laid off, if you get, forced into this, you know what? It sucks. You know, a lot of things are going to have to change really quickly, but you can do it. You know, don't let anyone else say you can't, because that is where things go wrong. You know, if you say you can't do it, then most likely you can't. So sit down, breathe, and then think, okay, what needs to change right away? What will need to change short in the future? And what can I wait on a little bit, and start making a plan. If you have time, start sitting down, start making a plan if you want to do this full time. And if you don't want to do it full time and you're comfortable in your career and you're secure, great, don't worry about it. You know, have fun reselling, have fun going to those yard sales, and get what you want. Other than that, that's all I have to say. Mindset. You know, you got to change when situations are changing. Thank you again for subscribing, guys. My last video did awesome on there. I really do appreciate everyone, my 84 subscribers, as well as everyone that's watched the last video. That's number 1 out of 10 on my side. Thank you again for it. If you like what you're seeing here, again, like and subscribe. I'm hoping once I can get through all this and get my debt pile and my storage unit taken care of and moving through, I can start showing you, maybe buys I've done or that I'm doing or anything like that. Right now I'm not buying anything because I'm just trying to get things worked out where it's a nice process. But thank you again, guys, for watching. You have a great rest of your Tuesday. I will see you tomorrow. Take care.